Hey guys, this is Dr. Subhav Ramnani and welcome back to the channel. And today we have a very important topic to cover. How I studied or how you can study for medical school exams and medical school in general, as well as entrance exams which you give after your medical school or during your medical school if that's USMLE or something like that. So how you can study for both medical school exams as well as entrance exams together. Let's find out. So, diving into the topic quickly, here are the four rules I followed covering both medical school exams as well as entrance exam preparation in one go. So, the first rule here is choosing a resource which has overlapping content which will help you in both your medical school curriculum, let's say, as well as entrance exam preparation. So, for example, if you're preparing for USMLE, so this widely depends on the entrance exam you're giving. So, the resource should be according to that. So, if you're preparing for USMLE, you can use Online MedEd. So, Online MedEd has resources for both your entrance exam as well as it gives a general idea for your medical school studies. Same goes for boards and beyond for USMLE. So now if you're an Indian medical student and you're preparing for NEXT or NEET PG or FMG, all these exams which you have to give in India for your postgraduate preparation after your FMG, you have to choose a suitable resource which will cover both the materials. And this widely depends on your choice but also what the resource offers. So let's say if the resource offers Q banks and videos and notes and everything and etc., that is your perfect resource. And this is a perfect way, a perfect time to tell you about today's sponsors of our video, Prep Ladder. So if you're an Indian medical student and preparing for Indian entrance exams, I'm pretty sure you already know about Prep Ladder, but I'm going to tell you about this amazing feature which is the Prep Ladder new notes. And why are they new? So first of all, when you open the notes, it has an overview of the high yield topics. Earlier there was not this high yield list. So now if you are short in time and you just want to cover the high yield topics, you're good to go. Another feature I found really interesting was that the past year questions are now sometimes integrated into the notes. So let's say if you're studying a topic about asthma, there may be a question on asthma which has been asked already in the past years, so it will be integrated there right inside the notes. You can solve it right there and see the solution right there, so it helps you in your analytical thinking. And this is not the only feature which is interesting and new. There are a couple more features which are really worth talking about. So now more emphasis is also put on learning the content directly from the notes, and this can be achieved by mnemonics and high yield information which is directly integrated into the notes. So maybe you want to memorize a list. I mean, you have understood it, but there comes a time you just have to memorize it. Maybe it's a bacteria or something cycle in biochemistry. Sure, you understand it, but to memorize it, sometimes those mnemonics or high yield information helps. So that is integrated right into the notes. Another useful feature is now there are given examples to help you understand the topic better. There are highlights, there are video stamps. So maybe you do not understand this part of notes, so there is a timestamp given in these notes, so you can just click there if you're using the digital notes and it will take you to that specific part of the video which this part of the notes has been discussed from. Another aspect of the notes which I love are that the notes now end with a clinical question on the topic always. So you always have a clinical question to solve after you've read the topics from your notes, and it also gives you a chapter summary in the end. So it has key information or something like that, and it will help you summarize the whole topic which you've learned, and the question in the end will help you to analyze the knowledge which you have gained from the notes on the video. So basically they have integrated the videos and the notes in the most efficient way, I would say, and I really like this new notes for entrance exams, and I'm sure this will help you in both your medical school as well as entrance exams if you have one notes which will cover both things. If you buy these notes from 24th Feb to 3rd March, then you will get a Wildcraft bag worth Rs 1299 absolutely free with the notes. And as always, you can use the channel code listed below for an extra discount for the Prep Ladder app. So jumping on to rule number 2, we have structuring your entrance exam preparation according to your medical school curriculum. So one thing you cannot change is your medical school curriculum. Let's say if you have a medical posting or a medical cycle, you have to study for medicine. You just have no choice. You won't gain anything by studying orthopedics then, because it will help you if you're studying medicine and you're going to medical medicine postings. That is the go-to do here. So, but you can structure your entrance exam preparation. You are not bound by a syllabus or something like that for an entrance exams. You basically have to study everything. But for medical school curriculum, you have to follow the medical school curriculum. So let's say if you have medicine posting or medical cycle, what is wrong with me? Medicine posting or a medicine cycle in your university or your medical school, study medicine for your entrance exams as well. And let's say if you're studying for USMLE, I would say study for physio, path and pharm together and make it medicine. Same way goes for surgery and surgery. So try to structure your entrance exam preparation according to your medical school curriculum and not vice versa, because at the end of the day, to give them entrance exams, you also have to perform in medical school. And it's a good statistic that if you perform well in medical school, you're likely to perform well in your entrance exams. Now this by no means is a guarantee, but yeah, if you structure your prep that you do not have to study the same topic again and again, because now let's say you decided to study medicine in July for your entrance exams, but your medicine cycle was in January. Don't do that. Just study together and structure your entrance exam prep according to your medical school prep. And that comes to rule number 3, which is constantly revising what you learn. So entrance exam preparation is not easy. You might study something in your, let's say, third year, and by the end of when you're graduating, you have already forgotten about it. So eventually you have to study it again. I agree, you have to study it again, but you do not want to waste the same amount of time which you wasted, or which you utilized when you were studying the topic first time. So let's say if you're studying COPD for the first time and it took you like 2 hours. You do not want to utilize again the 2 hours after you've graduated on the same topic. That revision should be like 15-20 minutes. So how is that possible? You need to constantly revise whatever you've learned. Now, how you revise is completely on you. I use Anki, and I don't know, great follower of Anki. I don't know, Anki is a tool. How can you be a follower of Anki? Anyway, so I use Anki to revise, and whatever I learned, let's say in third year, I will remember it because of Anki after my graduation. Now you can use any type of revision. Maybe you revise the topics weekly or monthly, or after a week, then after a month, then after 2 months. Completely up to you, however you feel suitable. But the point here is, do not forget those topics after you've learned them or after you've understood them. You need to constantly revise them, and I already have a video, you can check it out here, on how to actively recall all the topics which you've learned and how to revise correctly and not passively. So active recall is more draining to the brain, but it helps you in the long run. And trust me, watch this video, use any of these resources, and not resources, any of these ways to revise your topics, and you'll be good to go, and you won't have to study much just before the entrance exam, because you already have covered it during your medical school. And that comes to the fourth and the last rule of this studying simultaneously, which is doing questions in the end of your topic. Now I cannot stress this enough that at the end of the day, how many questions you get correct is going to determine your score in the entrance exams. You might not have done a topic in your medical school good, but if you're able to answer that question somehow about that topic, you are equal with the person who understands the topic fully. So at the end of the day, you just need to get the question right, and the more questions you do, the more clinical scenarios in the questions you see, the more likely are you to better perform in your entrance exam. So I would highly suggest, and I made this mistake and I started it late, whenever you finish a topic, just do questions on that topic. So if you're studying for Indian exams, then whenever you finish the topic from your app or video lectures, do the associated questions bank with it. It is so important. I know we will get those questions wrong, but it's better to get these questions wrong right now rather than in your entrance exams. So don't be fearful that, oh my god, I can't even solve 10 questions properly, I'm just getting 4 correct and 60% of them are wrong. So learn from that 60%, learn from the explanations of that 60% wrong questions, and you will be a better student, a better learner for that topic at the end of your question bank. So this is the fourth and the last rule, and basically I think the most important rule. The more questions you do, the better you will perform your exams. I don't know if there is a research about it, but I really think so that there is a good correlation with it. So, as a summary, the 4 golden rules to follow if you want to study for both your medical school exams as well as entrance exams together and not waste time studying for them again and again and separately. The number 1 rule is choosing a resource which will cover the content or which has overlapping content for both your medical school exam as well as entrance school or entrance exams. Number 2, structure your entrance exam preparation according to your medical school curriculum. Number 3, keep revising what you learn. And number 4, probably the most important rule of all these, do question banks when you finish a topic. And that's been it. If you like this video, then don't forget to drop a like, and if this video helped you, then let me know in the comment section below, and let me know what all videos would you like about medical school or your medicine life or anything in general, and I'll be sure to cover it in my next videos. And until then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay mad, but just about medicine.